Roasted.
Crack. Toasted.
What are
Rap
you
life.
what are you cracking open over there?
Only the most delicious nectar of the gods. C4.
C4. What
Not
flavor?
sponsored by White Collar Rhymes.
What flavor of C4 you got there, buddy?
This one is fruit punch, although my favorite is the blue.
The blue?
The blue flavor.
The fuck does the blue taste like?
It's not what the title says on the can, but it tastes like blue. If you've ever had a blue, you know what blue tastes like.
Blueberry?
It's like a blue raspberry, but like better. Makes your soul tingle.
Well, considering I don't like raspberries, anything is better than blue raspberry. So
That's what I don't get is like the blue raspberry flavor isn't like blue berries. It's like candy blueberry.
that makes no sense to me. All right, you gotta walk that one back. It's not like blueberries. It's like blueberries.
Well, it's kind of like if you've ever had a banana runt. They don't taste like fucking bananas. They taste like banana candy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like if you ever had a blue blow pop, it's like that's the flavor in the can, not fucking blueberries you get off of a stem. You know?
okay, all right. I've had enough of this, but I agree. I mean, like strawberry candies don't taste anything like real strawberries.
Exactly. You get it. I knew if I put it in candy terms, you would click right over.
What are you trying to say? That I'm a simpleton? I can only equate real problems with candy?
I'm saying you're a candy slut.
I'm okay with that. It's Sunday. It's time for us to listen to some musical gatherings by our community. Shout out to the community. They seem live and rambunctious in the chat this morning.
And big shout out to the legend himself, Ray Stans. 131 gifted stubs. That's fucking legendary.
That is legendary.
Number one with a bullet.
Ray Stans was a strong proponent of banning Fallen Dove, but we miss his income.
I kind of miss his music as well.
I wouldn't go that far. Didn't go that far. I'm not going to say that at all.
I mean, look, there's some people week after week, it's like, all right, here's another mid trap beat where we're going to have to sit and listen to it for at least 2-3 minutes. And you're like, okay, it's a beat. What do you want me to say about this? Fallen Dove, to their credit, at least had something unique and a lot to talk about, a lot to dive in for each song. Never knew what you're going to get.
I'm not ready to go that far. I'm just gonna leave it at that with your kind words on Fallen Dove. As we get into the show, shout out LaRose, shout out Duffy, shout out Daniel, who says he finally made it to a live show over on YouTube.
Barely British Mimic. Wonder what time it is in the UK. Are they 12 hours away? So it's like 8 p.m.
hours. Do you not know how to? They're like, it's 4 p.m.
Okay.
Is that 12 hours ahead of you?
No. I was like 1, 2, carry the 3.
All right. Well, let's skip the math. We'll get into the show. We got how many in the queue? I can tell now that I've made this thing. 7 songs in the queue so far. If you want to join the queue, there's some links posted at the top of the chat. If you get tired of listening to these other people, you can still skip them as normal, or you can wait in line. Doesn't matter to us. Either way, it's fine. We're going to listen to the music, give it a rating, say how we feel how we say, and keep it moving. Any disagreements with that plan? Nope. Oh, didn't think so. First up, Shrugging Emoji by LaRose. Says that he wrote and recorded this less than 30 minutes this morning. And
1 minute and 23 seconds.
The genre is 8 == capital D squiggly line O, which means I'm going to make an update to the app to hard code. You can only select certain genres.
Ray stands. You should put whatever in the queue. Rogue will never know. It's like 4:15 where he's at. Those aren't Rogue hours. It's not 4 a.m. So he'll never know.
All right, let's listen to shrugging emoji.
Yo, WCR Sunday show. It's 10:50.
It's a new intro.
Fortunate events, call me Lemony Snicket. I'm sitting on the fence with my white little pickets. Charlie with the bars, got my golden little tickets. I don't got the fattest bank account, but I live the richest. I got my health, that's my kind of richness. I took some time for myself, I'm done with you bitches. I got you under my spell, Maleficent, wicked. I rip these for Rick D's, climbing up that hit list, it's so on. I tote bong, I'm so gone, go long, Oraform, sayonara so long. 100 proof in my juggler rose too strong. Lungs of steel, inhaling smoke from the bong. Exhale mushroom clouds starting at the crack of dawn. 12 pack in my guts, causing a scene on my lawn. Ain't a revolver in my pants, but I pack a python. Ain't a friendly fate in my hands, got the Headman Jackson hood on.
Yeah.
How's that, Bird? That was Violet Rose.
That's my reaction. No, I'm just kidding. Man, what a head start that this LaRose got. You know what I mean? Like having a voice that cool, like that's a head start. And now it's just filling in all the rest, right? I think he has if you're looking at like the 2K player, like he's pretty well balanced as an MC. I think, you know, quick little shenanigan to get something in the queue. I respect it. You know, it doesn't feel like one that I need to spend a ton of time breaking down, because my take is you probably just wanted to get something in there and hear us talk about it. And that's fine. I think in general, I hate the beat. Yeah. Little quick thing. Like, I'm not gonna sit here like you were trying super hard. I hate the beat. I think it sounds like a bunch of cats got together in the middle of the night, and you're like, "Shut the fuck up!" You know, you like throw a bottle out into the alley as they're all like doing little dances around the fire in a Disney fashion. Yeah, it was like cartoon cat Aladdin sing along, but cool voice, and you rode the beat well. You did your thing. I hate the beat. I'll give it a objective 8.
All that for an 8. Okay,
I'm a shake. I'm a shrug.
I don't hate the beat, but I don't like the flow. I wish that you had more of an up-tempo flow on this. I think that you have nailed down the paced, didactic, I'm going to deliver these punchlines flow. I would like to hear some variety from you, and I think this was the beat to do that, but you didn't do that. So I was a little bit disappointed that the flow never sped up at any point. You just kept it at the same rate. And I think maybe with a more interesting delivery, maybe Bird could have been distracted from his disdain of this beat. So that's where I'm at. I think, like Bird said, I think you've got all the tools in the toolbox. It's now using the right tools for the right job. I'm gonna stick with my my historical ratings for LaRose, and I'm gonna give it a 7. Solid 7. There you go, buddy. Why be different?
You're getting predictable.
Me? I'm getting predictable. I mean, he's consistent, right? I'm not going low.
Like, I'm not predictable. He's predictable.
I'm not saying he's getting worse. I just said time to use a different tool in the toolbox. 7. All right.
Yeah, have you considered going offbeat?
Yeah.
Have you considered just not rhyming to the snares and kicks at all?
Why don't you just be like the
Try it out.
young kids and just turn on auto tune and just rap off beat? That'll get me out of my pocket.
Exactly.
All right. We got to skip ahead here from Noir. And the reason I know that is because Duffy is still at number 2. That's okay. That means the shit that I built is working somehow. So if you're a Twitch subscriber, a YouTube member, or you subscribed on the Discord, then you get a free skip on Sundays. And looks like Noir is taking advantage of that. This is Call Me Crazy. Let's see what we got. Call Me Crazy. He voted producer of the year last year. I like that a lot. I like everything about it. Maybe the kick could have been a little bit thumpier. That's just personal preference, but I like the melody. I like the percussion. I like the arrangement. I like the feeling that it feels. It's definitely a head nodder. Definitely easily approachable. I don't have any negative opinions or to-dos, so I will give this a 10.
Look, that was fucking great. Absolutely great. It transported me back to the 11th century when the Mongols were rampaging and ravaging the city side villages, just villagers being torn apart in front of their wives.
Okay.
It was very much a Mongol pillaging. I do have some suggestions though. Super dope bass line, but I think that you could change the attack on the bass. It kind of sounded like it was doing it a little bit, but like I wanted it to be even more pronounced, you know, dun, 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 dun. Like it would really make you lean into the, oh shit, like my head's gonna snap off of my neck if this goes, you know, increased attack as the song progresses. The other thing I'd say, I've said it before, I know it's a choice, but already it's a pretty pared down beat, and then you have like some space sounds in the background.
That's his producer tag.
Sure. Sure. If you want to call it that, sure.
It literally is.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm just saying that, like, that adds an element of like, okay, there's, some other stuff going on other than just the drums and the bass. But I think that, like, once you pull everything out and you just remove all those layers for the chorus, like, again, it's so great. I want more there. It felt a little empty. So thinking about what else you could do with just the chorus part, I think that's what my preference would be. I'm at a 9 for this.
Okay. You would rather he have, I'm an artist. You're not an artist. I'm an artisan as the producer tag?
I don't think I'd rather anyone have that. I'd rather that didn't exist.
Don't miss that guy. No offense to artisan.
You said that guy, not that tag.
Yeah. I
It's
don't
not
miss.
you, it's your tag.
I don't miss that guy because his tag was on every beat.
It's all we knew of him.
Knew nothing else other than he just made drill type UK beats.
I'm an artist. You're an artisan.
Good Lord. All right, next up, Young Duffy. It's called One Day featuring Kuzi QC. Did we already hear this, or is this another collaboration with this person? Find out.
QC.
Weird.
Hope when you when you were born.
What the fuck are we doing here?
Since the day I seen Pops in the pen, I knew that life wasn't for me, I cannot just pretend. Picked a different path the moment I picked up a pen, cause I ain't wanna end up stuck like a pig in a pen. But I've been burning beats to bacon thanks to concentration. I swear I'm not a prick, but music make me confrontation. No, the time is money, so I'm new to conversation. If you don't get it, you can get it, that's the connotation. I'm not a rap star, I'm a music constellation. And I don't have bars, I'm just talking out frustrations. But I'ma beat it with the grace one day, make no mistake. The Waynes, the Ye's, the Drake, the J, some shady Dre, Jam Master Jay.
You return to us, reminiscing on tomorrow.
I've been in jail, bro. Been in the psych ward. I've been there wondering, what do I even fight for? I wish I tried more. Instead, I cried more. Like in my odds to someone nobody would die for. Don't provide for someone who already given up. Things will never be written till you're risen, so listen up. Things go different when I pick up the pen and I've written up anything in a sense that'll intentionally pick me up. I don't rap for nothing. These empty bars I just live it up. Man, I rap for something more than being heartbroken. Give it up. I remember as a kid I used to think that it's enough, but I plan to be a king and all these ribs keep it a buck. He's been Duffy, live in sin, they've been working on it within. He was given a purpose, he don't deserve what he done been. Don't get nervous when it's me or your verses. None of our verses over purchase is concerning. Bitch, I barely scratch the surface.
Won't be worthless, bro, so don't disturb my purpose. That's just certain shit.
Nor, I want you to lie. I don't want you to love this beat because I'm going to say some unnice things about the beat in particular.
You know what's funny? I heard this beat and right away my face scrunched. And then I thought, I bet Noir likes this, huh? Go ahead, Dice.
If you're going to be abstract, I only need one of the two things to be abstract, either the drums or the piano. Both of them being abstract makes me hate it terribly because it's just so off kilter that it's a distraction from. I'm not gonna lie, I hardly paid attention to what the artists were doing because the beat was so fucking weird to me. That said, I think the first artist, smooth. We've heard him on another track with Young Duffy. I like his voice, I like his approach, I like his delivery. Duffy always has pretty solid delivery himself. Like we mentioned on his last track, the really standout thing from the artist perspective is the quality of his vocals. So if at some point he can, get better quality, I think it would put him on even footing with a lot of other folks. But I think his verse is consistent. I just really hate the beat so much to the point that I didn't enjoy the track overall. objectively the artist did a good job, but I think beat choice also needs to be factored into what you're doing from an artist perspective. So for the unappealing beat, I don't know. Noir likes it, and Noir's a good producer. So do I need to take that into consideration?
No. We're the ones running the show here.
No, 6.5.
What's up, FJ? Yeah, I think this is a great example of two artists who came together and they did that like 80s action hero, one black arm, one white arm, where you clasp it, and you see the muscles bulging, and they're like, we're going to do a song over the worst beat we can find. And they just both nod and then grab their bazookas and go to work. Yeah, man. Both, to their credit, one of the worst annoying beats I've ever heard, but they both almost made it work. Like both vocals, I was just thinking, if you just took the vocals out and put it over anything else, grandma cooking spaghetti in the kitchen,
Put it over La Rosa's beat.
even that, like just banging pots in the kitchen, like dropping cell phones on the ground, it doesn't matter. Any noise would be almost better than that. But the verses were fine. I think the delivery was great from both. The flow somehow made sense over that. I think both artists did a really, really good job. And I can't say enough how much I dislike the beat. It's confusing and makes me hate it. Objective 7.5.
This doesn't bode well for my average judge score.
I know. I mean, it's like, what do you want me to say? The beat fucking sucks. The artists were great. So that's where I landed in the middle.
It's fine. All right. Next up, Mason, Mr. K-Cow.
Cacao.
Some scrambled eggs. I love. How do you like your eggs?
Fried or fertilized.
Look at that.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Go
Hey,
back.
by the way, what the fuck is a Takal?
Are you referring to the Method Man Takal?
Yeah, Method Man always said that shit. It's like, what is it? What does it mean?
At the fear of being admonished by the hip hop purists, I never dove or cared too much about Method Man's music to find out. I just took it as one of his monikers, like, okay, Takal. And then I can tell you for sure that Takal 2000, whatever that album was that he put out in like the early 2000s, the second Takal sucked.
That I know for sure.
I know for sure, because I was like, that was at my point where I got tired of all the hip hop forums saying, oh, Wu-Tang is the greatest, you got to get 36 chambers, you got to get Into the Wu. And I was like, let me give somebody from the Wu-Tang a chance. Method Man's the most famous one.
That's the one you picked.
Let me buy this album, because I got the Method Man and Redman collaboration, but I was like, Redman's not an official member of Wu-Tang. Let me stick purely Wu-Tang. Let me get a Method Man album, and I did not enjoy it. I like that album.
I went through that same exercise. Like literally, I was working a job where I could kind of listen to music until somebody picked up their phone for my cold calls. So I just drop my earbud and start talking to somebody about some bullshit. In the meantime, I went through like the top 100 rap albums of all time in 2016 or whatever. So yeah, it was like it was like 46 Chambers,
Yeah.
Enter the Wu-Tang. There was, obviously Illmatic, and just going through, I was like, oh shit, yeah. Love Liquid Swords.
Still never heard
that. I think that a lot of that old shit still holds up. You just picked a really random one. Took out too.
Yeah, I gotta retry that at some time if I'm in my music listening mode. But it makes sense that Ray Stans would jump in here and say Method Man is elite, and Method Man hasn't dropped an album in a decade. Near.
I think I don't know if he does his own writing. I'm just gonna assume so, but like the recent freestyles I've heard of him, I was like, oh, this is even better than like what I remember his music to be.
How do you feel about Will Smith?
I think Will Smith is a generational bag dropper. Generational bag drop. That guy had it so good. Fucking Independence Day, Men in Black, and he had some good hits, some good like classic hits. But then he's like, my bald ass wife, I'm gonna let her cheat, and then like
Keep his wife's name out of your fucking mouth, okay?
I'm just saying, like that whole saga where everyone's now interested in your relationship. They're like, what's happening over here? That kind of ruined everything.
Yeah, it's weird. I think he's one of those people where the mystery of his personal life probably would have kept his aura a lot higher rather than them like, let's just open the floodgates of what goes on behind our closed doors.
Yeah.
And while it makes for great content, I know people enjoy watching Jada and her mom and whoever the hell else, I think Willow or somebody else's, the Red Table talks. While people enjoy that, I think a lot of what makes you quirky and weird, you probably need to keep close to home. Like I miss the aura of, Will Smith used to be this okay rapper who kind of just jump started himself into superstardom with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then he made a whole bunch of awesome movies and some cheesy pop hits, but they were hits nonetheless. Like I think that aura would have sustained him throughout the rest of his career, and then it just got derailed by, oh, you and your wife aren't actually together and y'all fuck each other, fuck other people, and then wait, about it. Like August Alsina's in your house and you're just mean mugging him while he goes off and bangs your wife.
Do you want a sandwich? I'm making turkey cheese.
I mean, the Margot Robbie rumor, elevated him, but then it's like, oh well, your wife is also doing it. Not too cool, dude.
Yeah, man. Like honestly, there's so many mistakes that were made. Fresh Prince, like the 90s action movie era, like so good. Even into the early 2000s, I think he was still making bangers, And then he like tried to get Jaden a career, which was crazy. Like After Earth was dog shit.
Yeah.
And then like, the wife relationship, like I agree. If he just like did the Michael Jordan thing, it's like, all right, no PR, no anything. Don't ever ask him a question. Like, he'd still be that. He'd be that guy.
Still be that. Even with the two weird kids, like Willow and Jada, not the most normal kids, right? But they had an abnormal upbringing with like superstar dad. But musically, they're actually pretty decent. And I think if people get beyond the like strangeness of their appearance and their behavior, they're like, oh, well, he's got a freaking talented ass family.
Celebrity kids. Yeah.
Celebrity kids.
I wasn't raised that way. I don't have that money. Sure,
right. But then the whole like him and his wife, I think the weirdness of it also kind of circles back to like slapping Chris Rock while everybody knows that y'all aren't really together. It's like, okay, what are you actually defending here? Spousal abuse?
That's when it felt like, to me, I learned about how weird their relationship. I didn't really know until it's like, oh, why is he getting so upset at Chris Rock? And like, oh, is this real? This isn't a skit. That's when I think most people started looking into like the whole rumors and all that.
I mean, I knew about it before then because the August Alsina stuff was like a joke a couple of years ago or like around COVID or whatever. But it's just the fact that they refuse to formally separate and they keep this like entanglement of like, well, we're life partners, but we just go our own ways. I think that just kept the doors opening for everybody else to criticize them. But to his own right, I still think Will Smith is a god amongst men. I think he's a great actor. I think he's a decent artist. I think he aged himself a bit trying to put out that album. I think his flow still says early 2000s, 90s. But I think
it's fucking 1986.
Yeah,
that flow is dog shit.
I think if he really had the right people around him and like really said, hey, you need to do this differently, I think he could have kept up with the music part of his career more so than he actually did. But it'd be like if it came out like Denzel Washington and his wife were swingers. Like that's basically how like detrimental I think it was to his I don't know, his aura. I'll still call it that.
I mean, the latest music project was just the most embarrassing secondhand, thirdhand cringe I've ever seen in my life. And there is a part of me that loves cringe, like 90 Day Fiance, but like seeing this 50, 60-year-old man, you know, this is the bounce back. Like, oh my God. And he's like out in London and like got a crowd around him to like pretend to be interested in his like shake your booty girl. You're like, oh man.
I think that
Stop it.
Honestly, I feel like there was potential in that project. I think he just had the wrong people in the room. It's like
he's
you can
from the 80s.
You can either be Will Smith or you can be Kanye West. Either way, you got the wrong people in the room telling you, yeah, release this. Like,
bury that shit.
Like what do? You either release, Will Smith's 1980s ass shaker, or you release Hail Hitler. What are the two things? But
those are the two options.
Both of them are wrong. You just got to figure out which one is the least wrong and correct the mistake from there.
I think I have my answer. Won't share which one.
All right. Well, let's listen to K-Cal by Mr. See what happens.
Right off the bat.
They want me to take it back, but I won't. If you think it's so offensive, then I hit my goal. Think I might just run it back, run them over. Moving like a 24. Chilling like a Marshawn, Kobe, the mentality. Every day I triple, double up the salary. Get me in the paint, turn it to a gallery. Treat the beat like a pussy, I need my motherfucking calories. I'm like a boat, yeah, the water my reality. She in the bestiality, the way she fuck with the gold. I'm in the throat, yeah, I'm fucking up her sanity. She told me, daddy, it's like candy, I think you gave me a cavity. Drop it harder than gravity, bank go higher than canopy. Can you ever go broke? Nope. Irrationality, if you ever get mad at me and try to take a stab at me, just let my boy know and he'll go meet with the faculty. Got my green linen canopies, grab the beat and I scramble it. More MC than when Hammer did, I'm like Beavis, I'm babbling. Got a visa with plenty reason to sleep till I land. And when I wake up, I go and put my feet in the sand. I'm on the road, everywhere I go, they just open up the door. Bring it to the room, can she drop it down low? Drop it to the flow, baby, drop it for the. And she does it cause she fucking with the GOAT. Everywhere I go, yeah, they fucking with the GOAT. Everyone I meet is like a cousin I know. Walking down the street because we tryna hit the stove, but they bout to block the road cause the beam about to blow. See me in the street, I think the speakers caught a flow. Police on the TV say the reason for the show was someone on the speakers was speaking and they say it's Mr. Mr. I don't even know back, but I won't. If you think it's so offensive, then I hit my goal. Think I might just run it back, run them over. Moving like a 24. Chilling like a Marshawn, Kobe, the mentality. Every day I triple, double up the salary. Get me in the paint, turn it to a gallery. Treat the beat like a pussy, I need my motherfucking calories.
I like it.
K-Cal. That's kilocalories?
Pussy calories.
Got it.
I like the flow on this. All right. The way that I admonished Young Duffy's beat, I think this beat shows that beat choice matters, right? Got me interested and engaged right out of the gate. I think the flow kept up with the beat. It was, lively, animated. I wish that at times he didn't sound so stiff. He sounded like a little bit stiff. I wish it felt a little bit more fluid in the like how he was saying things. But I think nonetheless, like the way that he kept up on the beat and his energy was good enough to keep me engaged and interested. And I think the hook sounds catchy, keeps me moving forward. Like everything about it progresses me forward. I just wish there's like just slight nuances in how you're saying things and, the way feeling that animation in your delivery that didn't quite resonate. But at the same time, I think that it was well done. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah. Just a very was going back and forth of even mentioning it, but like right off the bat, the beat came in at like 100 volume And I liked the beat, but I was like, maybe lean into it a little bit, like have some lead in to the beat rather than just have it come in blaring. That's just a small technical note. But as far as what you did with it, I liked the flow. I think you sounded good over the beat. The chorus was fun. My biggest thing was just like some of the lyrics. Like, I get it. Yeah, fucking with a goat. Bestiality. It's like, there was something else where you're like, I'm fucking all these people. And then it's like, everybody I see is like my cousin. And like, just the way that the words go back to back, the way that your sentences and your premises like sit next to each other in the song structure just feels a little weird at times. Similarly, another thing I just wanted to give a shout out to, you're like name drop twice in a row back to back, which I thought was funny. Like before you even moved on to the next concept, you're like, I'm like Marshawn, Kobe's the mentality. Like I like both of those athletes.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, well, I'm like Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, Tracy McGrady mentality. So it's just like
if you're a fan of the game, you know that name dropping is like peak rapping.
I think the lyrics could be tightened up a little bit. But yeah, for the most part, enjoyable song, good energy. I'm at a 7.5.
That's fair. Put my time in on this as we move on to the next one, which is Gang Ties by East 6. Looks like a beat. Hard trap drill type beat. I gotta ask before we even press play on this.
Am I hard?
No.
It's a trap.
Definitely not gonna ask that.
Gonna beat it.
I'm asking the producers, is there really a large market for these drill beats?
I'd love the answer to that too, because it feels like all the producers think there is.
Yeah.
And, to some extent, I think that like when people first get into rap, like if you just think of rap as a concept, if you have no idea what a rap is, and you're just like, what's rap? It might flow into this as the first entry level, the first genre, right?
All right. Let's take a listen. Here's E6, Gang Ties.
E6 made it crazy.
Got a producer tag.
Okay. You in the
Drippy. Drip, drip, motherfucker. Is this hurting your delicate ears?
No.
There it is. Shout out NBA Flat.
What up?
Do you have a Marshawn Kobe mentality?
I have a Darius Miles Quentin Wilson mentality.
You have a Terry Rozier mentality. Should I do 10 turnovers today?
Hold on, let me I'm torn on this one. I like the first half of it. I don't like when it fully embraced the drill part of it.
Funny. Me too. Same.
Because I was gonna say, I was like, oh, this isn't even drill. This is just like a good hip hop beat. But then you actually went like, oh wait, let me add those, that similar pattern that every drill beat has to have.
Hold my beer.
To be fair though, I think you executed what you set out to do. If you really wanted a drill type beat, the second half really goes into that style of musicality. I would say that my personal preference lends to not that genre. So I like the first half of it when it just felt like a regular beat. I do question including like all the random drops like before an artist even has a chance to do anything on. Like my personal preference from a artist producer mentality is like, let the artist create the song first and then figure out where the little drops and glitches need to occur. Sometimes it is good for ear candy just from a listening perspective, but I think it was just kind of like overkill where you had just no sounds playing and then comes back in. It wasn't even like a EDM or dubstep drop. It was just like you're adding these drops where lyrics were probably meant to go, and I think it's just premature. That said, I'm not going to let my personal disdain for drill beats lend too heavily on this. I think it was well mixed, good sound selection. I'll give it an 8.
I'll just double down and say that I really liked the beats first half and the second half not so much as well. Maybe that's personal preference, or maybe it was objectively better before all the other shit. I don't know. We'll never know. What I do know is I like the sound selection. I like the main melodies to it. It was pretty poppy or bouncy, and it feels like you know what you're doing in terms of like having a vision for the way you want the song to flow, right? Like this is exactly what I was talking about with Mista, and the last one is like right off the bat the instrumental just comes in super loud. This one you have this lead in and you're like, okay, I can see like the build up, I can see how it progresses, right? For me, I will say that like I wanted the sounds to be more balanced. What I mean by that is when you're listening to it just as, and these are iPhone speakers or iPhone earbuds plugins too, gross. But like,
I can't even afford AirPods.
Yeah, I can't even afford AirPods. Fucking old man. But like, I did want the sounds to be more balanced, and what I mean by that is as you're playing, the bass in it is just so much louder than everything else, and I feel like if you normalize some of those sounds and kind of put some thought into just where the volumes are in it, I think it would overall just feel more complete versus okay, you have something going on here and then you have a different thing going on over here. I'm at 7.
All right. Unit, what do you mean by bugging out?
Bugging out. It's one of my favorite Tribe Called Quest songs.
You would like that kind of music.
Okay, Chameleonaire.
Thank you. All right, next up, Werewolf, aka Wolf the Dragon. Here is Greater Me.
Peer into my crystal ball of vision of a greater life. I know this life can be so difficult. Ever since that fateful day, I had to take control. Now I really gotta be honest, been so hard on my heart. These days I'm living out on alone, I play right from the very start. Turning around, I gotta make a way for the visions up in the brain. Then I get the message, now you will see. Gotta look straight to the main frame. And the energy complete the circle, sticking through the what's inside. Never gonna live another life, the dragon's never gonna die. Because the sun won't fade away, even when the curtain seems to close. And when it's all said and done, say goodbye, call it a show. Still I'm living my own life, and I'm gonna spend the higher life. A message of motivation, keeping up a flame that burns inside. I'm a free life with the vision, with an attitude. Self-confidence, experience, a battle life I had to choose. When I hit the ground, trace the earth, they call it magnitude. Okay, everybody wanna read how and why I came to be this way. To live about and one day getting more records, my inner pain. Stressing the world I love, I'm telling you now that you can do the same. Don't you worry about a thing. I know this life can be so difficult. Ever since that fateful day, I had to take control. Don't you worry about a thing. I know this life can be so difficult. Ever since that fateful day, I had to take control.
All right. Wolf the Dragon with Greater Me.
All right. Here's just a couple technical things. Well, one technical thing really to mention off the bat is I think at the end, when you have just that blank instrumental space, actually do the sound gating, actually do the fade out for it. Easy fix. As far as what you did to this song, I think this was pretty good. I mean, it was reminiscent of Bone Thugs and Harmony, clearly. Like, your style feels very inspired by Bone Thugs. I think you sounded good over the beat. It felt like the levels were decent. It was still sometimes a little hard to hear what you're saying just with how loud the beat was. And that's just, I guess, going to be a thing you have to face if these are the beats you choose. But catchy chorus, good singing. I think the only thing I'd say is, look, this is probably a me thing. I think I'm the one in the wrong here, but you know when people are like making music and they're talking about being a good person, sometimes that gives me the ick. You know, they're like, I like to uplift my community. You're like, oh fuck, I don't want to hear that
On the weekend.
Yeah, like, tell me about all the bitches you're banging, Wolf. You know, I don't care about the community. Like, oh, I've volunteered out of the homeless. Shut the fuck up. I kid. I think this is a pretty dope song with like some small technical, you know, like quality things in the mix. I'd give it a 9. I think you did a pretty good job.
A what?
9.
A 9? I didn't expect that. I had to make sure I heard that correctly. Turn off my air conditioning. I think all the things that you said, I think it feels a little bit cliche at times, like too on the nose. I don't know, like the uppityness, don't you worry about a thing. It just kind of, I don't know, it doesn't resonate with me. That said, like, I think that you do a good job stylistically at what your approach is. I just feel like all of your songs are starting to sound the same. Like the same thing that I said, who was that I said? Like Classy, I was like, hey, Classy, all your songs are starting to like blend together into this long play format. Like I feel like without any change in your delivery, everything is going to start to sound the same if you continue to choose beats that also are in like that similar vein and that similar pocket. So like objectively and technically, I think that you nailed it. I think that I need more variety from your pizza pie that you're giving to me. Like,
I mean, I get what you're saying, and like I kind of feel the same way if you're like taking in all the rest of the other songs, but for this song specifically, like
this song, I didn't
was
really-
it off? Was it
off?
He did all
No.
the things right.
He did all the things okay, in my opinion. Like it didn't have a lot of catchiness to me. Like it was performed well, but it wasn't like, oh my god, this is amazing to me.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I gave it my objective rating, not my like how I feel about it.
I'm giving my objective rating is a 7.5. Like I don't feel like this is like peak content, regardless of if I'm looking at it singularly, if I'm looking at it across all of his music, if I look at it in comparison to what we're listening to from other people, like this isn't like a 9 to. I'm not knocking your score. This isn't like a 9 to me. Even if he did everything, if this is his perfect, it's a 7.5 perfect to me.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Now I'm feeling a little defensive about my rating.
No, I'm not trying to do it. I'm just saying, like,
I was just trying to think. I was like, is there anything that I'm like, okay, you did this wrong? And I was like, not really. I mean, I just didn't personally love the beat.
that I think that those things matter to me. Like I didn't love the beat. I didn't like that it just felt dated flow wise. Like there were things that I feel like stylistically could have been different. Does that mean technically it was wrong? No. But I think stylistically, if I took this to a radio station and said, hey, I got this new banger for you, they're not going to be jumping up and down to get this on the radio. That's my objective thought on this. Is like it's a 7.5. It's a well-made song, but it's not like I need to hear this. I need to get other people to hear this right away.
Okay.
Tough crowd. All right. Next up, DJ Tongue Hero. Maybe that will get the mood back.
Tongwe Hero.
What is this called? Hero's Quest. You
Don't you worry about a thing.
we're not doing that. No. Let's just get straight into DJ Tongue Hero. Here is Hero's Quest.
Uplift my
We
community.
rejoin our hero on the road that's traveled less. Days turn into nights and into weeks upon his quest. He finds a tree and climbs it with his sword laid on his chest. He struggles finding balance, barely having time to rest. His health is in decline, but he won't stop by any means. Although his goal is miles away, he finds it in his dreams. A single man to bring about the end of a regime. Then suddenly awoken by the sounds of women's screams. Our hero lands and draws a sword, the moon gives it a gleam. As he tells the men to back away, he feels her self-esteem start to grow, as it should. You know they came here as a team to do the wicked things in places no one else would see. The biggest one approaches with the knife inside his hand. He lunged our hero, sliced it off and spoke his words again. I don't want to have to kill you and I hope you understand. And that was why the farmer couldn't cultivate his land.
What?
Let's run that back. Let's run that
Oh,
back.
quickie.
Hold on.
We rejoin our hero on the road that's traveled less. Days turn into nights and into weeks upon his quest. He finds a tree and climbs it with his sword laid on his chest. He struggles finding balance, barely having time to rest. His health is in decline, but he won't stop by any means. Although his goal is miles away, he finds it in his dreams. A single man to bring about the end of a regime. Then suddenly awoken by the sounds of women's screams. Our hero lands and draws a sword, the moon gives it a gleam. As he tells the men to back away, he feels her self-esteem start to grow, as it should. You know they came here as a team to do the wicked things in places no one else would see. The biggest one approaches with the knife inside his hand. He lunged our hero, sliced it off and spoke his words again. I don't want to have to kill you and I hope you understand. And that was why the farmer couldn't cultivate his land.
That's such a confusing ending to me.
Farmer and his buddies wanted to sully this young woman randomly. He got his hand cut off, and that's why he couldn't
cultivate because he was gonna rape, and then he got his hand cut off. And he's like, "Oh, but my farming." That's why you don't mix rape and farming. I think that's the takeaway here. Look, all right, Tongue Hero. Not my favorite from you. I mean, it's really short and just it feels like you rushed it. You know what I mean? Like
the rape and the farming.
Like the story, because you only have 50 seconds or whatever of verse, it's like not really time enough for you to flesh out what's happening. You have like the first part where it's like, okay, let's talk about this hero. He's sitting up in a tree and his health's declining, but he has a sword on his chest. And okay, a lot of details. And then, oh no, this woman is being attacked by like 3 guys. One steps forward, you cut off his hand. What happens to the rest of them? Do they just sit and watch? Do they disperse? What happens to the woman? It just jump cuts to like this one farmer can't farm anymore because he's a goddamn rapist. I'm confused at the story. This one to me feels like somebody who set themselves up for making 1 song a week and they're like, fuck, why the hell? Why did I promise a banger every week? And I have to do videos. So I wonder if maybe you ran out of time this week and you're like, let's throw something out there. I'm at from a technical perspective, also just say like the delivery didn't feel very energetic. It kind of felt a little flat. So I'm at like a 5.5 with the video. Always fun to have videos.
Story fucks this up. Like, okay, so you start out like immediately. There's no lead into it. You just start rapping from 0 seconds, and it ends at literally 49 seconds. So there's like no build up or no fall off of like, okay, what are we getting ourselves into? So I think from a technical perspective, like, yeah, we complain about long intros, but giving people grace to process what you're about to do matters. And I think that this didn't give any grace. The story just doesn't make sense. It's just disjointed. And while I want to appreciate it from a artistic perspective, it's like kind of like Bird said, I feel like the ending just rushed. It's like, oh shit, I started this verse about, this hero who sits in a tree and he sees this young woman being accosted by several men. Oh shit, I woke up late Saturday. I got to get this shit done and video ready by Sunday. Let me just have him chop off the arm and call it a day. Like, it just ended so abruptly that I think that you didn't finish your thought. I feel like there was probably more intent to expand on this story, and you just kind of like closed it off for the sake of time. And that's just making an assumption, because normally you have very well-rounded like topics, and normally you have complete thoughts. And this just doesn't feel like a complete thought. It feels like a rushed attempt. I wanted to say half-assed attempt, but I don't think it's a half-assed attempt because you made a video to go along with it. So I just think it's just disjointed. I would rather you have not cut off the arm and just stopped there than cut off the arm and be like, well, now he can't cultivate his land, because that makes no fucking sense.
No, the farming. That's the important part to focus on.
Like, I'm about to get on a soapbox of sorts here. It's like if you had a buddy and he's like, yeah, man, I was harassing this girl last night. I was this close to banging her, and then I just had to go home. And you don't say anything. It's like, well, hold on. Like, this main part of the story here, you're harassing somebody, and I don't care that you went home. Like, why are you harassing this person? Like, details are missing here, is all I'm saying. And what we say all the time is details matter. Details get you like engaged. And I think the details missing here of like, why are they grabbing this young lady? Who cares that he's a fucking farmer? I don't care about a rapist's day job.
Introduce he's a farmer and he can't do his day job in one ending line. Yeah, we don't care about the farming, bro.
You know what this feels like? This feels like when we first found out in Dragon Ball Z that Vegeta had a father in a planet that was destroyed by Frieza. And it's like, well, hold on. Vegeta just came to Earth to kill everybody, and now you want me to feel bad for him? What is going on here? That's what it feels like here. You want me to feel bad for this farmer after he tried to rape some young woman? Why? I don't know. My bad. I'm going off on a tangent here.
No. Like, I think what he's saying is all farmers are rapists. You heard it here first, folks. And they deserve to be farming, no matter what their proclivities are.
I think the longer I speak on this, the lower my score goes. So I'm just gonna stop where I'm at, and I'm gonna give it a 6. Confusing entry in the DJ Tongue Hero Saga for sure.
What's up, 808 Diffraction? Thank you for the follow.
All right.
Luo, sorry that you didn't get a chance to make a song to submit.
That's okay.
Do it now.
Shout out to Luo, one of the mentors in the upcoming tournament that we have going on.
Is that public?
That is public.
Okay.
Announced yesterday.
Congrats on being a mentor.
Next up, one of the competitors, Cable. Here is Unstable.
I feel like we've heard 808's music before, right?
I believe we've heard at least one beat. Yeah.
Name sounds familiar. Wait, Amir Daniels. Let's go.
I got a ring for that pink flesh. I think you're a sweet lady. I need to be blessed with your confidence. It's unshaken. We bathe in starlight like 3 suns on a hot day. A sink full of unkept wet coloring under some nice place, but I'm so forgetful. Went and got you another crystal, and you just accept it. Cause even though I'm unstable, I think I tried my best when I turned to a nervous wreck and die a little, feeling all the stress that's inside, all the dirty clothes you pick up inside. I know you're disappointed. Rigor mortis looking so exploitable. It's not what I expected. In the morning you made a point that you were so devoid of all the help I could offer, but still devoted. I know you be trying, it's so important to me. No, I'm not lying, so don't avoid it. My nonsense ain't flying, you overloaded. And I'm so forgetful. Went and got you another crystal, and you just accept it. Cause even though I'm unstable.
Right. That was Unstable by Cable, aka Amir Daniels, Amir Vic, whatever you want to call him. He's the man. What'd you think about that?
Great voice. I think that's one of those things where like great artists can make a lot out of a little, and like the piano beat is very understated, let's call it. Like there's not a lot going on in the piano, but I think he did a lot with it. Really interesting kind of sing-songy flow. What I wanted to hear out of it a little more was just all the extras, right? Like I think it sounded to me like he just had one layer of here is my vocals and here's kind of the run-on paragraph that I'm going to rap over or sing over the piano, right? Like I think that a little bit more structure of like, okay, here's the finishing of this thought, here's, separating it out into lines versus just kind of having, 3 minutes of a paragraph. You know what I mean? I think that that's one of the standouts, is just that I wanted it to be a little bit more structured, and I wanted maybe some background ear candy, or maybe some, you have a great voice, like maybe have some supporting layers, I think this was really good. These are just like preferences of what I'd wanted out of this. It could have been a very conscious decision to have like, oh, here's one layer and here's just what I sound like over piano as I'm doing free, thought to mouth speaking. 8.75.
8.75. Okay. We're doing 7.5s now. Okay.
I'm not quite at a 9. I want to be at a 10, but it's just some of these small things.
Okay. Yeah, I like Cable's versatility. Like I like that you can take a very empty piano beat and you can add some body on it with your vocals. Could there be more layers to it? Sure. But I think that it puts the focus on you as an artist and it forces you to do a good job, so to speak. And I think that you did that. I think you did a good job. And it was consistent. The singing was consistent. Like I didn't hear like cracks in the voice or anything like that. I think that like you made an emotion come out, and I think that was the goal. So you took a very subtle piano beat, you wrote to it, and you expressed things that I think can be felt and understood without too much, why didn't you do this? What you should have did that. Like, yeah, like the layers would have added some sonic elements to it, but I think at the basis, the core of what you have here, I think it's solid. I'll give it an 8.5. All right. Next up, we're going to play a track from Unit. He gave us some Norwegian currency, so we're going to honor that. You Don't Know Me. Do you know Unit? I know Unit.
You don't fucking know me, bro.
Is this a threat, Unit? Why are you threatening us? Who are you threatening here? Shout out to Unit, though.
Unit?
Shout out to G Unit.
Word. Shout out to Stevie, the G in the unit. Goonit.
No shout out to Stevie.
The Goonin Unit.
All right. Here is Unit with You Don't Know Me.
Yeah, we are precise around here.
Hey, you don't know me, bitch. Where the fuck was you when I was at my loneliest? Yeah, I swear that you don't know me. The only time I have I spend on music and my homies, yeah. And I was all distant before. Depression made everything feel like a war, a way to mature. I've been using it since the day I was born. I didn't want to find a way to change. I wanted to feel better in my space. Every day while picking up the blade, numbing out my pain and turning it to physical instead. Look, it takes a while to be able to see in the dark, but when you can see, then the lights will blind you. The dark is where I feel I'm labeled as me, and that's why it's hard putting all this behind me. I didn't know who I wanted to be, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't know who I wanted to put all my trust in. But now I am sure that it's you, yeah, it's you. You were the one who was there for me when I was at my lowest. Now I feel relief inside of every moment, got inside my fucking thoughts, and now I own it. I looked at myself in the mirror and realized that I was a fiend, but that wasn't me. That was a feeling of comfortableness in a place that I shouldn't be. It's a journey to a better place. I've been on the road, I've been feeling good, never on my own. I've been experiencing happiness in a way that you can't get off a phone. I think it's clear when I look in the mirror now and look at my face. Every bad thing that has happened to me was a part of my journey to a better place. Yeah. You don't know me, bitch. Where the fuck was you when I was at my loneliest? Yeah, I swear that you don't know me. The only time I have I spent on music.
Abrupt little cutoff there.
Yeah, did you accidentally export it too early?
Yeah, what happened there? I like the beat choice. I like the hook. Little forceful with the bitch at the end, but I think it adds a little bit of fierceness to it.
Just like that farmer, a little forceful with the bitch.
Boom, roasted. But no, I think the hook is cool. I think the verses are well executed. There's times when I feel like your word choice is either a little bit too much or a little bit short, and you kind of make it work. Maybe some of that is just translation from your native tongue to English and just finding the right fit of the words. But I think consistently you do a good job at it. I don't find that it necessarily disrupts from the song itself. It's just sometimes it feels like you're compacting a lot of words in one line or you're lacking some words in another line. But you do a good job pacing it to make sure that it fits in the flow. For this, I think it's cool. It's a short little work in progress, so I'm not gonna, chop it into bits and pieces. I think you did an awesome job. I wish there was more. I'll give it an 8 where it's at.
Yeah, I liked it too. The beat was fire. I can see why multiple people were like, "Oh, I've done that." Yeah, that beat's great. I liked the hook. It did. Bitch felt a little aggressive for what this was. You know what I mean? Like, just in your delivery, you can say it and whatnot, but like, yeah, for the whole like introspective, like jazzy hip hop, it's like, you don't know me, bitch. You're like, okay, all right, we'll leave this guy alone. Tough guy over here. Whoa, my bad. Catch you at a bad day. I think that the overall, like, the flow was really interesting. I think you took some interesting pockets that, like Dice said, it almost felt like you were carving your own lane in the beat. It didn't necessarily match how I would have thought to approach it or the timing of it, but you kind of made it work anyways. My biggest feedback on this one would be the supporting layers. I wonder if you are actually recording a second line as the dub, or if you're just doubling up from the pre-recorded, like, I already recorded this line, I'm just going to copy paste this in the session and have that be kind of the supporting layer. I'm wondering if that's what you're doing versus like recording a second one. And if that is the case, I'd suggest recording a second layer completely. Only for the fact that it sounds too similar, and there's times when you're doubled up where I wish you weren't. Like your doubles, instead of being a supporting layer, were more present than what I would have wanted audibly. So I think in this instance, less is more, and just doing it kind of on the ending rhymes or very strategically throughout it, where like maybe in the hook you need some extra support. That would just be my initial feedback. I'm at an 8 too, though. Pretty good.
Word. All right. Next, we got a couple more. We have the newcomer NBA Flash, and then we got Drippy K. I'm going to play this from the newcomer. This looks like NY Confidential. Get this all loaded up here. Boom. Wait, I'm not ready, damn it. Got a video. Wait. All right. There.
Oh, shit.
Here is NBA Flash with NY Confidential.
Let's go.
Any work I do is legit, and no need to bribe. Shorty says she wants to be my housewife and a bride. If you really want it, gotta put away the pride. Late night kind of music, sit back for this ride. Type of music you put on while driving on the road. No destination, persistence is what's giving me hope. When you sound better than expected, they feel they need to go to get my songs. You need fit them more woes. I'm a Roman book, surrounding myself by mirrors. Got it all together, no questions, inefficient samples were all for the better. Making records like this, I've always been like bristle feathers. Summers round the curve, grab this seat here in the other weather. Showing you I had
All right, that was track submitted by NBA Flash. I guess his other name is NY Confidential. That was Ride. That was cool. Shout out Ray Stans for the gifted sub. That was cool. Like I like the beat choice. I like the flow on it. Like at times it felt a little bit robotic and stiff, but I think you made it kind of work in your own way. Like I wish there was a little bit more lax in the delivery of some of the words because they felt like super crisp, like bride. Like it just felt like I'm flipping bits in a machine rather than like hearing words performed on a song. So like if you can make the delivery a little bit more smooth and yeah, like you said, polished, like relax a little bit as you're delivering it, some of that stuff where you're super focused on like nailing the timing will become more polished over time and smoothing out that flow so it doesn't feel so stiff. So, you know, other than wanting it to loosen up a little bit, I thought it was a cool short joint. Hook was cool. I like the lyrics of the hook. I think it has relatable content in it. I'd give this a 7.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good introduction to who you are as an artist. I think that beat was cool. It reminded me in a way of old 3 6 Mafia, you know, like the big difference is just when they're kind of doing that stiff delivery, like there is a power in that delivery. It feels a little bit more comfortable when Juicy J is doing that same type of scheme. So I think that your delivery it does feel a little stiff. And maybe that's just the tones with which you're saying stuff and you're just doing that. And you like kind of have the same cadence and the same tones throughout it. It is an interesting listen. And I think, yeah, like Dice said, just a little bit more comfortability. The only other thing I'd say is like some of the lyrics just felt a little awkward. I think the biggest standout for me was in the chorus where you're like, she wants to be a housewife and a bride.
She doesn't just want to clean up after you. She's like, hey.
Yeah. Like fantasy fulfillment. All right. You know, sure. She wants to be a housewife and a bride. Cool. I just, timing wise, when you're looking at like, again, fitting in the lyrics, fitting in what you're saying comfortably over a beat, felt like there just wasn't enough words there to, you need to fill it out a little bit more. Right. I'm at a 7 for that one.
Yeah, maybe it's like filling out the words, or maybe it's like you can say it differently. Like she wants to be a housewife and a bride. Like something in like how you say things just needs a little bit more polish to it. Or like Bird said, figure out what words you can add to it that doesn't change the statement itself, but just helps fill out that empty space where you're trying to like stall before you get to the tempo.
Well, and I think it goes back to the stiffness of the flow, right? Like if you were more comfortable, if you could like play around with it a little bit more, like you wouldn't have to have like even in the words, even in the subtitles, you had these dots, right? Of like, here's where I'm pausing. Here's where I'm pausing again.
Wait. The beat's coming in. There we go.
wait for it. So yeah, like I think it's just again because you're like I have to say things in this manner. It's like no. Like there's a lot of options that you have. Just play around with it more.
Yeah, good stuff though. All right. Well, we were down to one track, and then we got 4 more added from Ray Stans, Luo. Got 808 Mafia in there, 808 Diff in there. All right. Ray Stans has bumped himself to the head of the pack here with After Party, Work in Progress.
Breezy versus You. I like that name.
See that you have correctly checked the work in progress box this time, Ray Stans, instead of saying that things weren't working. So good job for you. Let's see what you got here. You submitted, but you have a fam emergency. Nah, we'll still play it. You can catch it on the playback on YouTube. We'll get to it, man. Don't worry about it.
That's fire squeamish.
I'ma take your ass on deck. Fuck around, play around, you know what's next, yeah. Extra my on my set. She know what's gonna come next. I'ma take it to my after party. I don't wanna feel no love unless you're kissing on my body. Couple of them know what's up. I'll take you to my after party. I'ma take you to my after party.
Now I'm a glass half full kind of guy, mixing up the lemons with the bitters and the rye. If I see a bad bitch, I can't turn a blind eye. Shorty is a 5. I can't let her slide by. Gel set, hair did, very little makeup. 2 real cute walks sitting in the A cup. Go to bed and we gon' wake up somewhere on the shores of the islands of Jamaica. Face down, ass up, moving like a bass drop. My wave, all that, she ain't gonna say stop. Madden with the stick, moving with a play swap. Hit me with the enemy splash, but I stay high.
I'ma take your ass on deck. Fuck around, play around, you know what's next, yeah. Extra my on my set. She know what's gonna come next. I'ma take you to my after party. I don't wanna feel no love unless you're kissing on my body. Couple of them know what's up. I'll take you to my after party. I'ma take you to my after party. Met her out on the roof, she was showing her skin. Yeah, I give her a smooch, smell like tonic and gin. I'm a northern boy, but I'ma go down south. She been playing the flute, where I hang out her mouth. Cause I'm a young boy, I'm a dumb boy, doing dumb shit, love sick. Break a bitch off, make him upset. Dipset, hit the car lot, then a dipset. Big check, make a big check, make a bitch wet. Was a flyer, I'm a city at 100 speed. Got your girl in the passenger, rolling with me. The bass hit hard, got the whole block clean. Every time we pull up, make a whole day fit. I'ma take your ass on deck. Fuck around, play around, you know what's next, yeah. Extra my on my set. She know what's gonna come next. I'ma take you to my after party. I don't wanna feel no love unless you're kissing on my body. Couple of them know what's up. I'll take you to my after party.
All right, that was After Party by Ray Stans and Rogue Jepson. I'm struggling with this one. Like, I feel like the vision is there. I don't feel like it's executed the way that it's intended. The hook feels awkward in its delivery. Like, there's parts I see the vision of what Rogue is trying to do, but the flow, the wording of it feels choppy at times. Like, it doesn't quite resonate as well as I hoped it would. Ray, your verse, it feels like if I went into, I'm going to say this nicely. It feels like if I went into a room of artists who are working on a song in their first couple of years, like the lyrics that they would put together about a club scene. Like, it just feels very manufactured. It doesn't feel like I'm actually in the atmosphere of an after party. It just feels like I'm going to say the first things that come to my mind about what happens at an after party. I think it would resonate a little bit better if you gave like some, here's what actually happened to me, or here's an event that happened at the after party, like, rather than like, I don't know, like, it just feels like you're describing what you would see on a video on TV rather than you being at the actual after party itself. Like, it's like, oh, if I was there, this is what I envisioned would have happened. And then Rogue's verse at the end, it just felt equally like choppy as the hook. Like, some parts I couldn't quite make out what he was saying, but it also felt like this person hasn't been to an after party at all. That's just kind of the vibe that I got, is like two non-party people making a party song. That's kind of the feeling.
That's a good way to put it.
That's kind of the feeling that I get from this, is like, you guys don't really go to after parties that much. For that reason, I would give it I'm at a 6. I think the beat is carrying most of the weight here.
That's such a funny way to put it, but once you said it, that's all that resonates in my head. Is like two people who have never been to an after party making a song about an after party.
Yeah.
And no no disrespect here, right? Like, I think that's just how it comes across audibly. I know you guys are cool guys. You party all the time. Couple cool guys. We partied together before. I think here's what you need to do. You need to find a way to meet up again and go to an after party. Live a little bit of life, you know? Some comedian was just, it was Trevor Noah. He was saying, this is the meanest thing Chris Rock ever said to me, was, you're going to be a bad comedian. He's like, why? And he's like, well, because comedy and art should take place from life experiences, right? It's like you're just looking at comedy from the outside and you're saying, oh, let me study this and let me like try to make a joke based on what I'm observing. And Chris Rock is like, no, you need to go live your life. And then based on that, jokes will come to you. I feel like this is maybe the same thing where it's like, all right, if you guys go to an after party, what the fuck actually happened? Right.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because of the lack of details or the lack of, I don't know, it did feel a little generic at times. And maybe that's what needs to happen. You go there and it's like, okay, Frank is over there. He literally spilled bong water in his fucking jeans. It's going to be a mess to clean up. Over there, Samantha is way too fucking drunk. She's like talking about this boy that she went on 2 dates with and she's crying over him already. I don't understand. Like, not to say that you have to do a story track, but just like,
there's no details.
Yeah, there's no details. And, instead of just like, oh, look at that fat ass. Ooh, yeah, girl, dance. It's like, all right, well, how can we make it unique to you? How can we make it true and unique to you guys, right? Or come up with some new versions of the party song. I think that's what I'd say. Lastly, I liked the chorus. I liked the sound of it. I think in the verses, the auto-tune was a lot. For Rogue's verse specifically, I think the auto-tune was a lot, and I didn't need it as much there. So tighten up. Not a bad first draft. I'm at a 7.
It's funny that you mentioned that about comedy, because I think that a lot. I watch a lot of like the comedians reels on Instagram and stuff, and like the difference to me between like a polished comedian like a Dave Chappelle, like a Chris Rock, like all the polished comedians is like the way that they pace their delivery of their jokes. Like they know how to set up the story. When I see people who are like just getting into comedy, they're telling their jokes very fast. Like it feels like it's not like I'm not being told the story, I'm being told a joke. And I think that's the same way that I look at this, is like I'm not being told about an after party you went to, I'm being told about an after party you envisioned. So
yeah, they saw BET Uncut and decided to write a dissertation on it.
Yeah, you saw the Nelly and the Saint Lunatics Uncut video on BET and you tried to talk about it, but you weren't actually there.
Catalyst, you're so gross. Fuck out of here. Portland's awesome.
No comment. Next up, Drippy K, All Alone. Is this a video? Is this the first vision of Drippy K that we have?
They check my story to see what I'm on. Get somebody tell them my name on. They not the ones that's gonna make my money long. Nigga, they the ones probably gonna leave me all alone. All alone. All alone. I've been walking through this life alone, I'm all alone. I feel like that one white kid, I be home alone. I don't sleep with the lights no more, I'm all alone. The gym clothes, I just the gym clothes, I might do 50 push-ups inside my room. Inside my room. Inside my room. I'm tryna go up like a balloon, trying to stuff like the moon. Bitch, I been ballin' like Singone, $20 shampoo. I be crawling out the stew, I been up for days, I think it's about 3 or 2. Nigga, it's not being rude if I don't talk to you, I'm thinking about me, not you. Shorty call me in the stew. She just want some damn perfume, oh no. I can say some of my family got my back, but the other half, I swear to God, it's whack. They call you cuz, but wait until you turn your back. They turn their back, pray on my downfall, waiting on me to lack. Fuck it, I ain't do no drugs, I wake up and rap. I'm not trying to be cheap like a McDonald's rapper. So I had to just look at my money and go and stack. I don't procrastinate, she don't give a shit. I don't procrastinate, I fuck with all colors, you don't gotta be white or black. But back then I would get your whack. Nowadays I just sit back, hop out the student, go get food, then hop back in. I love to rap. Focus on you, do not do what they do. You'll end up in the trap or end up in the cell. Better change your act right now. Only got one life, nigga. We can't go to hell. Don't let that go. Don't let that go over your head. And no peanut butter on top my bread. I couldn't make a spread. Trippy, don't forget the breaks. My nigga, you cannot end up there.
We're halfway through this.
As the beat just goes completely out. It did say 2 times loop, so maybe it's starting again.
Get somebody tell them my name.
I guess.
They not the ones that's gonna make my money long. Nigga, they the ones probably gonna leave me all alone. All alone. All alone. I've been walking through this life alone, I'm all alone. I feel like that one white kid, I be home alone.
Yeah, it just
I
starting
don't sleep
over.
with the lights no more, I'm all alone. The gym closed, I just...
I'm feeling like that one white kid. I'm home alone.
You mean Macaulay Culkin?
It's like, you know his name. But it's a freestyle. So, of course, it's like, I can't come up with it. Oh, the one white kid. You know, like in the moment, the panic sets in. You're like, I don't fucking... it's on the tip of my tongue. I'll just say that one white kid. They'll figure it out. They know what I'm talking about.
What if they haven't seen the original Home Alones and then they try to think of like the one kid, the random kid from Home Alone 4?
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's the fucking the guy with the stupid bowl cut. Who? No one knows that kid's name. No one knows that one white kid from Home Alone 3. It's true. He didn't specify. Look, this is I like the beat. I think it's really interesting. Yeah, it felt fun. It did feel like it was missing a little something. Like I don't know what it was, but it was a fun listen. I'll just say it sounded like you're in the studio and you're listening to your friend do a drunk freestyle over a beat they just made. And that's fine. I would just say that, like, it's not very interesting lyrically, but it is cool sounding. And there's probably going to be people that, like, don't care about, you know, the content because they're like, oh, yeah, like, this is, you know, like, what I was looking for beat-wise. Beat carries. I don't understand why it would fade out and then fade in and go twice. Like, I don't... Maybe this is a new, like, young person thing. 2 times loop. They're like, you know what? The song's dope enough. You have to hear it again right back to back. I don't know. I'm at a decent for a freestyle fun beat 7.
It's decent, yes. I wish there was more effort put into the delivery at times. Like you said, if it's just a freestyle, like I can tell because there's parts where you kind of just stop and you stop doing stuff. But I wish the energy was like already like, okay, I need to be a little bit more hype here. I need to be a bit more animated here. I need to like really go in on this part. Instead, it's just kind of like pieced together as I go. Like here's stream of consciousness thoughts, and the energy sometimes doesn't quite lead up to or live up to the expectations. But the beat choice was solid. I feel like this is one of those things where consistently you need to knock it out of the park to keep up with it. It has, you know, I like what Catalyst said. It's something that you could turn on in the background, and, you know, the all alone part is memorable. People can remember those parts, but I think as far as the actual content of the verse, like, I wish there was a little bit more effort in that aspect. For that reason, I will give it a 6.5. All right. What's next? Some South African underground hip hop music by Dreezy versus You. On My Own. Guys, please stop harassing the bots. Thank you very much. Tough crowd. Sorry. What can we say?
Did this on my own, I did this on my own. I never needed her, baby, I went alone. Where was he back then when I needed a hoe?
XO season.
I needed all hit her, but she left me alone. Went to shopping, I was dreaming Al Capone. I did this on my own, baby, come back little home. Pouring out the bottom, pouring out the phone. My heart is embedded in chrome. D&D, I don't pick up the phone. I'm so high in the sky like a drone. Give it pay all the time I'm alone. My heart is embedded in chrome. D&D, I don't pick up the phone. What the fuck is nigga wearing flown? Give it pay all the time I'm alone. Give it pay all the time I'm alone.
All right, that was On My Own by Dreezy. I was cool with it, like at the intro part, and then when it was interesting that you chose to rap on the downbeat. Like I thought that was an interesting stylistic choice. I wouldn't have done that for that because it felt like it was off. I know you were on timing wise, but the fact that you chose not to rap where the kick was a weird choice. And then you just stopped. There was no like conclusion to it. I would have brought the hook back in at the end. So I think I'm struggling with the arrangement and the choice to rap in an abstract matter. Maybe that's the style in South Africa, and I'll just kind of like bow out at that point. But I think from a listening perspective, it feels disjointed. I give it a 6.
Yeah, I mean, if we're giving our objective ratings, our objective first impressions, got to be honest here. This is, what the show is just unfiltered honesty. I like the voice. I like the delivery. I didn't love the content, and it felt like the flow was a little weird. Felt like the flow was a little awkward because, like I said, you were hitting at kind of random times. And even more than that, I would say that it just felt like you had like one idea at a time, right? Like you're like, ooh, let's rap about money. Ooh, the next one I can rap about a girl. It's just like, it just felt very piecemealed together. And it's short, right? Like it's a very like, all right, just a real quick, let me do one line at a time. I would say my suggestions would be like, think about the overall, think about the whole, like what are we making and why? Is it just, I want to rhyme things because it's fun? Is it, I want to make something that people are going to be impressed by? Is it, I make dance music? Like what is the reason? What's your why? Once you come up with the why, then you can start filling in, okay, well, if this is my reason for making music, here's the things that will give me the best outcome that I'm looking for, right? This isn't for the lyricists, so it's not that. It's probably not for the dance folk because it's like more of a trappy beat. Okay, so is it like I'm just making music based on what I like to listen to and then just trying to copy some of those themes and redo them in my own way? Okay, well, if that's the case, then like how do we make it more unique to you? South Africa is a really interesting place. I've never been. Talk about more of your life. Talk about what it's like in South Africa.
Talk about
over this. Yeah, maybe don't talk about that part of South Africa. I don't know. That's just my first impression, isn't it? It feels like you tried to recreate a song, and it just felt a little generic for maybe what I was looking for. So I'm at a 5.
Okay. Next up, Luo, also one of the mentors in the upcoming tournament. It's called A Mile Away. Shout out to Luo, all the way over in Australia. That's more than a mile away from me. Draft does not have.
Nothing's better than a spike of adrenaline. Eyes like peregrine, saw you from a mile away. Divine feminine, light skin, melanin, body like vanilla. I can feel you from a mile away. Mile away, mile away. Don't you know the night is young? Don't you know? Take the air right from my lungs. Divine feminine, light skin, melanin, body like vanilla. I can feel you from a mile away. Mile away, mile away. She knows she bring next when she's stepping out the change room. Baby, won't you give me one chance or two? I can break the deck, shuffle it for two. Got me begging you to show me your hand, your hand. I got the keys to the mansion. Baby, I got keys to the mansion. If you ride with me, then you're in love. I need the release for this tension, cause I can feel it from a mile away, yeah. Feel it from a mile away. When I saw you from a mile away, things better than a spike of adrenaline. Eyes like peregrine, saw you from a mile away. Divine feminine, light skin, melanin, body like vanilla. I can feel you from a mile away. Mile away, mile away. Don't you know the night is young? Don't you know? Take the air right from my lungs. Divine feminine, light skin, melanin, body like vanilla. I can feel you from a mile away. Don't you know that desire from a mile away? Don't you know? Take the air, 'cause I can feel you from a mile away. My feminine light skin, mile away. Like vanilla, I can feel you from a mile away. I can feel you from a mile away.
A Mile Away by Luo. Stevie, in case you are uneducated about young children, a blowout means that diaper filled with poo-poo, filled with caca. Shout out to Luo. I like that. I like the feeling of it overall. I like the hook. I think that you did a good job stringing together good descriptive terms in a catchy manner without it feeling like overcomplicated or underperformed. I think overall the song is solid. The one thing that I kind of tilted my head at a little bit is you had like this low synth that feels kind of like peaked out a little bit, like it's at the maximum range that you could put it at, and it feels like it kind of adds a little bit of overall distortion to the whole song. I don't know. maybe if I listen to it again, I won't feel as questionable about that. But that was like the only aspect of it where I was like, that feels a little bit too much, too excessive. Other than that, I think it was a dope track. I like how you always kind of like string together these well-composed pieces from start to finish, and it doesn't feel like you like ran out of things to say or you kind of like force things in there. Everything feels like intentional. I would give this a very solid 9.
Look, insane voice, like done. Great voice. So that's the baseline. Now about this song, I didn't love it. I didn't like the beat mostly. I think just the elements of it felt unbalanced, and like the kicks seemed really hard for the fluttery flute that was going on. I don't know, it just felt a little weird. And then with the mix specifically, some of the high ends felt a little harsh for the vocals. So specifically, like sometimes in the chorus, when Luo was singing high, it felt almost out of contrast to the beat, and it just felt a little sharp to my ears. So I would say this wasn't my favorite from Luo. I'd give it an 8.
Some haterade from D-Bird.
Hey, I gave a song a 9 earlier that you put at like a 7.5. So, we don't have to agree every time.
I think that's what makes it great. Here's 808 Diffraction. He had to run for a family emergency, but we're still going to take a listen and give it some feedback. Here is Let Me Shoot In for a Second. That is a long-winded title.
Let me scoot in for a second. Feel the presence of a legend. The man, the myth, whatever you call it. Just don't forget it. I'm that satisfying electrolytes that's in your beverage. This ain't haterade. When I say you gon' come back for seconds, I got big goals. By the grace of God, I'm still on my 10 toes. On this road is hard, I seen plenty men fold. I just flush the eyes, wanna even out the lows. I see cabal plots. 808s on the clap, making me wanna rap. My vibes make you go through the fractions, and that's a fact. Gotta sign to yourself, cause demons want a contract. And demons come in threes, for me, always coming back. Like, man, you act like somebody I know. Got the same body, same jokes. Who you are trying to provoke? Or is it me from the future that's trying to stop me from the smoke? This how I think on the low. You thinking I'm insane, the world may never know.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know.
Oh, don't doubt me. When I'm not up, stay down for me. Oh yeah, it's the loyalty for me. If I can't trust you, gotta flee from me. Oh yeah, see I got the crown on me. How you diss when you get your style from me? Oh yeah, all gas, no brakes till we see me rolling up, gotta wait on me. Oh yeah. Let me scoot in for a second. Feel the presence of a legend. The man, the myth, whatever you call it. Just don't forget it. Don't forget me like your favorite cartoon. Over the hedges where you find dream works. So picture me without edits. I got big goals. These knees are made for walking on adventure roads. Make my family proud when they see I made it on my own. Don't think I got it in me till I turn into the Hulk. Like smashing these beats is all I know. Eat, sleep, then repeat. I see no defeat when I'm feeling low. It's a seed until I'm knee deep in the cheese. Feel getting soaked at the table, eating with folks. Man, please, someone like me doesn't need approvals of the powers that be. I be the powers that be. Come diamond shining from battle. You level 4, I doubled the horde and ate all the cattle. Who wanna scrabble? Mine been mixed up since a tittle tattle. Good kid in the shy, mad shy with my rattle. From the bottomless, this is confidence. Moments lost my dominance. Living off hope and providence. Taking control my life and been taking it. We like it's Viking it. Punching my flaws, I'm fighting it. Heart on my sleeve, come right on it. Got on my side, ain't dying yet. Haters watching, they timing it. Cause they all know what timing is. Ducking blessings, they blocking it. Promise I'm prominent. They gon' have to put me in documents. Read all about it, the damages. Pull up and show you godliness. Pull up and show you godliness. Oh, don't doubt me. When I'm not up, stay down for me. Oh yeah, it's the loyalty for me. If I can't trust you, gotta flee from me. Oh yeah, see I got the crown on me. How you diss when you get your style from me? Oh yeah, all gas, no brakes till we see me rolling up, gotta wait on me. Oh yeah, oh don't doubt me. When I'm not up, stay down for me. Oh yeah, it's the loyalty for me. If I can't trust you, gotta flee from me. Oh yeah, see I got the crown on me. How you diss when you get your style from me? Oh yeah, all gas, no brakes till we see me rolling up, gotta wait on me. Oh yeah.
All right. That was Let Me Shoot Into. Look, that's pretty easy for me. This is a dope track. There's a couple things I would have nitpicked on. The first thing was when you had little meme voice sample interlude. I would have let the beat play in the background of that rather than just cutting out the sound completely, because I was like, it feels you broke up the momentum that you already built up. So I would have let the beat ride in the background, just lower the beat down or put a high pass filter on it, then play that on top of it rather than just completely cut out the sound. Because you don't want to take, you have an energetic song, you don't want to take people out of the energy, and you took me out of the energy there. The other thing that I would change is at like the minute 30, minute 40 mark where you're just doing the whoa, you did that like too long. Like I would have cut that in half, because I'm like, okay, get to the fucking rest of the song at this point. Like too many whoas. Like cut that in half and get right into the second verse, because you got a very killer flow. It's very catchy. I like everything else about the song. Those are the only two things that I would change. Those are easy fixes, so I give this a 9.5.
Too many woes.
Too many woes.
Great album title. I agree. I think that this was great. I think the pieces that Dice suggested for sure. The sample in the middle, definitely put the beat behind it, but also maybe try to remove some of the noise, the background noise of it. You know, I wonder if you could do some sort of filter to cut down just the TV static, right? And just have the vocals. My thing was like, I loved the verses. I think that was the strongest part. The DreamWorks line, like you actually had some bars in there. Impressive writing. I liked the chorus as well. I think it was catchy. I just think it was the execution, whether it's the mix or whether it's just the whatever you want to call it, the different factors that make up the chorus. I think it wasn't as good as it could have been. It was still catchy. It was still good, but maybe it's a quality thing. I don't know. There was something about the chorus that made me just wish it was just a little bit tighter. I'm still at a 9 for this though.
I think I want to favorite this one. I like it a lot though.
So Dice, this might be a good time to talk about the favoriting system, talk about the WCR radio that we have going on and how you could submit.
No, this is a horrible time. I'm not ready at all for that. Don't put me on the spot like that.
All right, never mind. Also, what's going on with Palestine?
I mean, as we're listening to it, I think if something's like at a 9 or above, I think we generally just say, hey, this is a standout track, so we'll put a star next to it. It'll be favorited. If you go back and you look at the submission rankings, pull that up real quick so that everybody can see. But as we're scoring things and we're doing our Sunday show and our Wednesday subscriber show, as we're scoring things, it's logging all of your rankings. So you'll be able to see how you stack up against the rest of the community here on our website, wcr.world. You'll be able to see how many songs somebody submitted, how many of their songs got marked as a favorite, what their best score is, what their average score is. And I added some features yesterday. So you can see overall who's got the highest rank. You can filter it by songs. or you can do it just by beats and see, you know, who's the king of the producers and who's the king of the song makers. And then also I added the ability, if you click on somebody's name, you can see what they actually submitted and what it actually scored and which one was a favorite. So all this stuff is to say, yes, this is what you guys are doing. This is what you guys have produced, and here are the people to keep an eye on. If you know, hey, how did you do that one thing on that one song that the judges really liked? You know, that kind of stuff. So it's a community where you can kind of engage with people, but also go back and see what are people up to. And then you can also add the little judges tab here. You can see how me and D Bird are feeling. So what our average score is, what the 30-day average, what our 30-day high is. We've given some 10s out in the last 30 days, and we've also given out some 5s. So
wow, 30-day low. Wait, 5 was the lowest we've given?
5 was the lowest we've given. But to be fair, quality has improved overall in the community.
That's true.
We haven't had a lot of trash lately. So shout out to the community for being better than 5.
I think I might have gone lower than 5 today. I don't remember exactly, but we'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, that's what we're doing here. And then what Bird's talking about, Hotspots Radio, is I've gathered the best songs from the community, or some of the best songs, and throughout the week I'll stream them. Just put it on a shuffle. It'll be like a 2-hour shuffle of some of the best songs in the community. You get to listen and see what has transpired over the last 3 to 4 years. And if you have songs that you would like to submit, all we ask is to pay a nominal $10, and you will be included in that. Now, some people are like, $10, that's a lot just to get your song played. But I mean, we have frequent viewers of our community. We have people who will visit the website. If they see your song, they can listen to it, they can play it. It has upvote, downvote, Reddit style. So, you know, it's not $10 just so we can take your money and like rub our little greasy hands together. It's $10 for exposure. So, you know, if there's other platforms that you think you can better spend your $10, go ahead. But if you want to get, you know, frequent streams, I'd stream at least 4 or 5 times a week outside of our shows that we're doing here. And if you want, you know, just to be visible when somebody goes to our website and they're just clicking around and they say, hey, what the fuck is Hotspots? They might just click on it and they might find your song. They might like your song. They might seek out your music. So that's what it is. It's exposure, and you'll be on our website.
Yeah,
also,
we're platforming you, fool.
Yeah, we're platforming you, because also the next iteration of this that I'll be working on over the next month or so is to build out user profiles. So like, I'm revamping the Discord login so that you can go in and you actually can like do things to your profile on the website, and then you can put like, here are my links to get to our stuff. Because one of the things I added that I know some of the people submitting in the session see, like you'll see like me and Bird's little, here's who the judges are on the side now. So I'm going to build that out for the artists as well, so that, you know, not only can somebody go to the score rankings and see like, what did you submit, but like you can have your links out there and all this other good shit. So trying to build this out as a platform for exposure for you all. And it's, you know, all in the name of like supporting music making folks.
And I think it's important to mention that we're building it out for not for the artists, but for the artisans.
I hate you. Hate you so much. All right.
Not an artist, I'm an artisan.
You know what? Who was the other guy? Who was the other producer that Tagami and Artisan? If those two happen to find their way to this new queue, I will be pleasantly surprised. But for the longest time, I was like, are you guys robots? Do you have like some bot who just waits until the queue is open and then you post a song? Like, no interaction whatsoever. I'm not sorry that they're not posting in the new queue, but I am kind of curious, will they resurface and actually like go along with the program?
It was kind of funny because maybe we didn't give them enough feedback, or maybe they didn't make it to the queue, so they just went right to the lounge and just posted a link. And I was like, oh, look at them interacting now.
No, that's not how it works. We need live human beings. Shout out to Snowflake Storm in the chat. You don't have to make music. That's the cool thing that I think about our community. You don't have to make music to be a part of the community. I know everybody's like, oh, this is a music community. This is a rap community. No, it's not. It's just a lifestyle community. If you make music, cool. If you like movies, cool. If you like games, cool. I don't care what you like. It's just a place to hang out. It happens to be founded by a bunch of music orientated folks, but it's not about making music. It's also for music listeners, people who just enjoy arts and creative things as well. So yeah, if you want to just come into the chat, listen to our music, that's what the average score on the screen you see is for. It's like, we had a good session today. We're almost at an average of 8. That means like most of the songs that we listen to are pretty damn good in our books. Now, if we had an average score of 5, I'd be like, yeah, maybe you don't want to join this game. But no,
we should also mention that like Wednesdays we do a subscribers only show, and there we review other things than music. So people have submitted family heirlooms, photos of their grandma in a bird cage, dating profiles. Like, we'll rate kind of anything and give you our feedback. So
yeah, so there's just a place to hang out. But we're gonna hang out and listen to 2 more tracks, and then we have a tournament coming up. It was deemed as like the amateur tournament, but just to clarify to folks, it's not necessarily like, oh, you're a novice or whatever. It's meant for like, yes, the people who are amateurs who just started making music, but also like for people who haven't placed as high in some of our other tournaments, giving them a chance to actually like compete and earn a winning spot this time. So, either newer making music folks, or people who just, hey, I end up against Nick Bonin every damn tournament. Can I get a chance to win for once? So giving other people a chance to compete. The difference in this one is we're going to have 4 mentors, 2 of which already showed themselves today, but Casanova, Luo, Schroeder, aka Coulter, and JCC, who won one of our tournaments, are going to be mentors, so to speak. Now, what does the mentor do, you ask? I know I've seen a couple of people ask that. Well, you can listen to their music and you can see what talents that they have and what advice that they could provide you. They might have resources that might be useful to you. Maybe you might, buddy up with Coulter and he'll say, hey, ask Mitch to mix your track because I think it's good. Just the mix isn't good enough. Use those mentors as resource tools, get their advice, get their feedback as you're making your songs to make your song the best it can be to actually win in your matchup. Or you can completely ignore the mentor. You can say, hey, I don't agree with this Casanova Westside guy. What does he know? And you can just not even use the mentor at all. Choice is yours, but it's giving somebody there for you to like kind of have a bouncing session of ideas. So that's what it's for. So giving folks a chance to have a sounding board. We always talk about that, the quality control aspect of submissions here. Like, what were you thinking before you exported that? Well, now you can think a little bit with somebody else. And we're having a draft in about 45-ish minutes. So what the mentors are going to do is they're going to pick people to be on their team, so to speak. So you will have a specified mentor. Everybody will get drafted. There are a couple of folks who have just not engaged who did sign up. I'm questioning whether or not they need to be booted out, but everybody will get drafted. Everybody will have a team, and then you'll find that out once I upload the video of that later today. All right, 2 more tracks. A beat by East 6, Hermes.
there.
What's wrong, bro?
What? I just wanted to like give a quick timestamp right there, like all the choppy, like for just an instrumental, sure. Like producers just get so bored. I swear to God, they have ADHD. They're like, how can I just make it different? How can I change it up?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but what's an artist supposed to do with that?
Be an
artist. You know what I mean? Be an artisan. All right.
I think we heard enough. I think for the genre of trap, it's good. I think to your point, like with producers, sometimes they tend to over orchestrate things. Like this feels very big and inflated for a trap beat. I would say, like you got the strings and you got the choir-ish effects on it. It feels a lot of hype for a trap beat, and I think that tends to lead to mixed results. Either you get somebody who knows the assignment and they do their thing on it, or they under-deliver. So I think it's a mixed bag. But I think as far as the production, you did a solid job. Maybe a little bit too much trickery and tomfoolery with the glitch and the effects and everything. But I think it's solid nonetheless. I'm not going to knock it for that. I give it an 8.
Yeah, I mean, I think for a trap beat, like this is on the better side of like what normally gets submitted to us. I think there's, I had Dice stop it because it just felt like too much. You know, you're doing too much. But I think in general for the genre, the sounds were balanced. It sounded polished. Somebody could make a good bang bang song to it. I'm at an 8 too.
Werewolf, Wolf the Dragon. No, I did not see it go through. Let me check one other spot. Come on, screen. All right. I love how whenever you need a website to work, it loads as slow as possible.
Always.
Oh, you've got a demo right now? Let me just clog the network. Let's see. Nope, I didn't see anything come through today. So it did not. If you want to give it another try, more than welcome to, while we listen to Auto Freestyle by Dreezy.
I'm G-Automatic. I'm G-Automatic. I'm G-Automatic. This G-Automatic. I'm G-Automatic. I'm G-Automatic. I'm G-Automatic. This G-Automatic. Why that nigga happy? Make a nigga run like an rally. Steady moving like I'm silent. Still on promise, nigga, yeah, I'm happy. Hit a nigga so fat for the heads. Hit a nigga once spinning, I said it. Suicide, don't spin it like I'm Nelly. Nothing over, nigga, I'm Machiavelli. I'm G-Automatic. 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 My nigga named Matic.
I'm G-Automatic. More whip automatic. Said she love when I had it. Put you rest, you gon' pack it. I got diamonds from Lando. Said she want when I hit out the band road. We gon' flip on this hoe on the main road. With a black dot with this a Range Rover. Huh. Yeah. I got diamonds, my ring cause the big low. Getting high with this bitch, you gon' smoke dough. Never switch in your slime, this the big code. This the one swag, Rick on. Pushing up on my bro, this the big modes. You gon' tug on this bag, you ain't slick road. We gon' be at the coast, this the rich moans. I'm G-Automatic. I'm G-Automatic. I'm G-Automatic. This G-Automatic. I'm G-Automatic. I'm G-Automatic. I'm G-Automatic. This G-Automatic.
stop. Look, there's in the other song that you had the downbeat rapping. Sure, maybe it was a choice. This one, everything just seemed to be on a different tempo. It's almost if you guys weren't even trying to be on the beat whatsoever, and everything was just generic. It was just an uninteresting song, and the flow didn't do anything to keep me entertained. It felt very lazy in the execution of it. I don't know what else to say. Like, if this was, if you're freestyling this, write it down. You're not doing yourself any favors by not putting any mental thought and towards the execution. I give this a 3.
Look, I've said it before and I'll say it a million times. I swear to God, it comes up every time where it's like, all right, if you're going to record audio, why not write? You know, like it feels lazy to me. And like, there are people that can just go into the studio, vibe, and make a song. Even the best of those, and several names pop to the top of my head as I'm saying this, even the best one of those, I think they'd make better music if they actually wrote it the fuck down. Right? Like, it just is what it is. I swear to God, it's like so frustrating to hear just some of the things that go from your brain to your mouth to the microphone. And of course it is, you know, like, because it's in the moment, because it's like, you know, 20 years in the game, you're still saying silly things because it's just, you're making it up on the spot. Make them ups. But you don't have to do it. You don't have to do that. You can spend a little time, say, what do I want to talk about? What would sound cool? How would I put my voice over this beat? There's so much that goes into recording, and I think it's just taken for granted by people that go into a booth and just say whatever, and they're like, done. The part that I really don't get is the quality control, right? You hear that song and you're like, okay, well, it's not to the beat at all. Like, it's to a different tempo completely. So I'm G automatic. That's the simplest line you could ever think to say, and somehow you still get it off beat. I'm not trying to shit on you here. I'm just trying to understand. Help me understand. I'm G automatic. How could you not fit that in the time signature that the beat wanted? Did it get fucked up in the export? I could spend all day on this. I'll just say, not good. Didn't like. The first, just to end on a positive, the first guy, even though he was saying nonsense, at least sounded kind of professional. Like, there was some auto-tune slap to it. It was completely off beat, but it like kind of sounded good. And then the second guy, like, the quality wasn't quite as good. So first and then second, 3 overall.
All right, that is now our new lows for the last 30 days. 3s.
I'm trying to be fair and objective. I want to give it lower, but like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
All right. Well, hopefully we'll close out on a high note. Shout out to Wolf the Dragon for the play now. He said, play my shit now to end this. And we are here to listen to Sick of Hate. See what you got.
This is another positivity song.
I'm positive it is.
Looking all around at the fall of our society. We won't stick around, killing everything as far as the eye can see. These dreams of pain and misery, complete a deadly human prophecy. Can you see what I mean? What I'm telling to you now. And wait, can I get an act to turn around? Yeah, I got a real bad feeling where we're at. But if we keep destroying Mother Earth, good times are never coming back. Another world on the scene in the 90s. A new way to connect with society. At first, what would seem so sublime, creeping from behind the scenes. It's a web by design to enslave the mind. The poison apple rots inside behind the bed of evil lies. Yeah, you're just a fool hiding out from reality. As you run away from the world, it's so plain to see. the underground, what you people see today. Cause I chose another path, yeah, I chose a better way. Staying through with Mother Nature and she'll never fade away. As I look through the sky, tears falling like the rain. See the trees for the flames, what have we done? It's insane, who's to blame? All the human race trying to make another dime. While we are running out of options, running out of time. Got pollution in the water, heavy metals in the sky. Misinformation on the news, worldwide web of lies come alive with the vision in the night. To save Mother Earth, the provider of life, alright. Okay, I'm speaking to the crowd, but the message stays the same. Every day another chance, the reality can change. So what you gonna do about it? Yeah, talk a mean game, so it starts in the mind when you're sick of all the hate. Why are you running away? There's more to life than escape. Release your mind and just stay. Life is more than a game. Why are you running away? There's more to life than escape. Release your mind and just stay. Life is more than a game.
AARD. What's up?
Right. That was Wolf the Dragon with Sick of Hate. That was dope. I like how this one, you know, the difference. Yeah, any genre is allowed. You're more than welcome to submit whatever you want. Wolf, the difference between this one and the other one, I think, is it didn't feel like so, I would say, manufactured as the other one. This one felt like it actually, and not to, you know, nitpick, but it felt like it came from a place of reflection. I like that the beat feels very open, and I like that your lyrics feel very relatable and digestible. The only thing that I kind of like question a little bit is I wish that the hook had a little bit more impact to it. I don't know if like some more reverb or like a more forcefully delivered layer would add a little bit more power to it, but I wish there was something a little bit more energetic in the hook part of it. Everything else about this I really liked a lot. I thought it was well performed, well executed. Too much trail off here at the end. I don't know what you plan on doing with all this extra beat that you have, but I stopped it at 3 minutes and 12 seconds and there's still 20 seconds. And I know I let it run for at least 20 seconds there. So, you know, maybe wrap it up, can, you know, make it a little bit more concise. But outside of that, I thought this was solid. I would give this 8.5.
Yeah, I would just say I like this. I think you got a good style. I think you can make really interesting songs. For me, the quality for the verses was something that just kind of stood out to me in a negative way. And maybe it's the mix. It just, the effect that was on the vocals, I wanted more presence in them. And I think that would have allowed for a stronger, like clearer, you know, audio product on the verses. On the hook itself, it just felt undersang. I like the melodies. I like what you were trying to do. I just don't think the execution was quite there. So I like this overall, but I'm at a 7 for this one.
Dope. All right. Well, we've reached the end of the queue for today. Unless we have a newcomer here. Unless you were wanting to like get played immediately. We have our queue that's open for next Sunday. And then we also have a subscriber show that we do on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to submit. Let's give him a shot.
Yeah, if you post your track in the lounge, so if you go in the Discord and just post it in the lounge, I'll grab it from there. We'll just play it.
Just
on
to
the
make
house.
it simple.
Yeah.
Normally we have the Discord connected to the website, and there's like a whole queue that you're seeing up here. But fuck it, welcome to the community, and we'll see what you got.
Yeah, drop it in the lounge.
Yeah,
I got it. La La Land by Anesthesia. Okay.
Anesthesia. You know what? Okay. I'm not seeing it. The screen share isn't on, but what a cool name, right? Well, anesthesia. Never mind. I was thinking like Anesthesia.
Amethyst. Wait, I can't pronounce. Amy
like
Thestia.
Amethystia. Amethystia.
We're obviously well-educated folks here.
Let's hear
it. Here's La La Land.
Performative to itself, lying to itself, intricately designing a shield of its own bullshit to superimpose over a reality that is completely detached from. There is nothing louder than silence, nothing ruler than thoughts, nothing outside of itself. It is sound, loaded in the chamber of the gun that will fire upon this world of delusion. And you will be the marksman.
Interesting. Well, he did ask us if we played anything.
We do.
Yep. Okay. Well, this review show, we just give our first impressions, our honest feedback, just whatever shit gets thrown at us, we just throw it right back. I kind of like it. In a weird way, I kind of like it. It's very short and sweet. It's very whatever. I guess my question is like, okay, you wrote this paragraph in the chat, right? And I'm reading, let the next track, okay. Let the next track play in context. That was just the intro.
You want to hear some Silent Hill?
Yes, but let me finish my thought. All right. So I'll save my final judgment for it. But my point I was making is, do you just have to go, review stream to review stream to write out this paragraph of this interesting thing that you're putting out there? I think that's pretty interesting, poetic. Like, I like the words that are on the screen. Why wouldn't you just make it audible in your audio submission? You know what I mean? Like, you can't fucking hear it until the very end when you raise the volume of your vocals. Why wouldn't you just have that comfortable, like, okay, here's what I'm saying throughout the whole thing?
Let's listen to some Silent Hill and see what we think.
I see that town. Silent Hill.
Okay, that was Silent Hill, which was the follow-up to the intro La La Land. I like that a lot. I was gonna say echo what Bird said. I think as different as the intro was to what people normally submit to it, I had an appreciation for it. It kind of gave me what's his name? Mel Nooks usually submits these like weird abstract pieces to us, but yours felt more like consistent, like there's a point to all it, I'm not just changing it every 8 bars for the sake of like causing discourse or confusion. And then leading into this piece, I really like this a lot from a listening perspective. I like that second section the most. That was probably my favorite piece out of all of it. But overall, I think it was a good listen. I like the mix on it. Some parts, like after that second section, it went a little bit low volume wise before you switched back. I would have just kept the volume, the gain the same on that. But other than that, I think everything else was consistently done. Good sound choice, good sound design, cool transitions. I would give this a 9.
Look, my point stands about the first one, but holy shit, this was great. This was awesome. Look, I'll just lay it out there. I'll just lay it out there, plain, naked for the eye to see. I'm not a big fan of house music, but objectively, that song fucks. The synth, the break beats, like all of it was well put together, and like you can kind of tell that there's some experience behind this, right? Like there's a lot of ways to do it wrong, and everything was very like particularly put together. So I'm just gonna say fuck it. I'm at a 10. I love that shit.
There you go. 10 to end the show. So shout out to Amy is your Discord name, so I shall call you that instead of trying to figure out what RBI was taken means. But yeah, that was dope. Good way to close the show. Shout out to everybody in the community. We'll be back to do this again next Sunday, but if you are a subscriber either here or on the Discord or you're a member on YouTube, we'll be back Wednesday for some shenanigans and some happenings. But also if you're just a regular member, you can tune in as well and join in with the hijinks. But catch us on the Discord, catch us next stream Wednesday, and then we'll be back Sunday. If you got tracks, drop your stuff in the queue.
Wait, it says check lounge again right quick. I looked, and is that a picture of you? That's the
motherfucker that made La La Land.
The motherfucker that made La La Land. Okay.
Shout out to you. Well, thank you for joining the community. Thank you for contributing to the show. Yeah, if you got more shit, share it with the community. There's a lot of stuff happening. The lounge is pretty much active daily, and then we've got a tournament coming up. It's more so for artists, but we'll have another producer tournament in the near term before the fall, I predict. So tune in next time, folks. We'll catch you guys later.